What's going on, guys? It's CJ Love with Technology Cozy Labs, and today I am bringing you Astroneer. Now, I've been playing the crap out of this game, man. And I just, wow, this is actually what, in my opinion, a lot of other people have been saying this too, but I feel like this before anybody else has said it, and I can, and it's kind of hard for me to say that because so many people have said it before me. But I feel like this is what No Man's Sky should have been. You know, not saying that this should have been No Man's Sky, but I'm just saying that No Man's Sky should have had this much detail to it. Meaning that, you know, space exploration wise, item collecting, building your ships and things so much as that. You know, it should have been this game. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna show you what I have been playing. I guess it's down here. I got a bunch out, and if you guys know how to delete these save files, let me know so I can get rid of these things because I started a lot of them. It's gotta be this one. I'm gonna show you. Well, I'm gonna show you what I have been playing. I've been doing a little. I guess I've been building multiple space stations across different planets, and I'm trying to get back to the planet Arid. I thought that planet was pretty interesting, but I'm going to start from the beginning after this video. But on this video, I just kind of want to do just a brief breakdown of this game, and I want to see if you guys want me to continue with this game. You know, now for a little while they had some issues with this game on the AMD processors. AMD was a no-go for the processors wise. So, but they fixed it now. Look how smooth it is, kind of, sort of. It's kind of, sort of smooth. Kind of, sort of smooth. Kind of, sort of. It's better than what it was at first. I need to get a winch in another vehicle so I can pull that out. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. But anyway, guys, before I start talking about the game, I want to give you guys a brief breakdown of what's been going on at the CJ Love world. Videos have been kind of slow for the reason of I can always use more of that. I'll make some more later. But videos have been slow right now because I have been working a temp job here in the past couple of days. You know, hey, bills got to get paid. So if you guys like my videos and you guys have been watching my videos, you guys have been keeping up, I do apologize, but I should have said something about that earlier. But that is what I have been doing. I've been here just working my butt off on these temp jobs, trying to make sure I can pay the bills and keep the lights on my website and keep these videos going. And so, you know, I've been hard at work at that. Another thing is trying to keep up with these games and everything that's something else that's just complete hard work. For one thing, when this game first came out, this game wasn't even playable. I couldn't, when I downloaded it from Steam, what you're seeing right now was constant crashes at first. This guy was literally moving at, I think my frame rate was like 3, maybe even 5. But it was so bad that I couldn't play it. But the guys from what is the name of their company? I can't. Oh, forgive me, but I can't think of the name of the company. I'm sorry, but the people that made the Astroneer game actually have came and said, we apologize for the things that's happening right now, and we're gonna get right on it. And like within 2 days, this became playable. Okay, so I have plenty of titanium, and I don't know if you guys have seen the trade center that we have here, but the trade center is pretty cool. When you don't feel like going out to get your own crap, you just throw some stuff on here, and you need something, and you just throw it on here, and you get it from somewhere else. I think that's aluminum, so I'm gonna send that out. I only need 4 pieces to make a truck. I need titanium to make the winch, don't I? Yes, I do. I need titanium to make the winch. So, oh, good. I got 2 more pieces over here. Now, the reason why this game is what No Man's Sky should have been is, for one thing, No Man's Sky did have the alien-like landscape, which is something that No Man's Sky, had. Granted, it wasn't this vast. It's beautiful, and everything here is usable. Everything in No Man's Sky wasn't usable. Everything's here usable, even this stuff, the grass. I've recently learned that you could use this stuff for like the little generator that you can make on your backpack. Where is it? Yeah, the little generator that you make on your backpack. You use the organic for the generator on your backpack, and it charges a lot of crap. Like, it puts out a lot of power, and that's the small one. The big one does double time, and it charges these batteries like it's just nuts how fast it charges these batteries. Alright, so basically what I'm going to be doing is an explainer video and I guess a tips and tricks or whatever. The very first thing that you're going to want to do is, once you get started, is you're going to need two things. You're going to need a printer. Ooh, excuse me. You're going to need a printer starting out, and you're going to need a smelter starting out. The reason why you need the smelter is so you can make other things, and of course the printer you can use other things with. Now, the very first thing that you're actually going to make is the smelter, because the printer requires copper, and you have to go underground for that. So once you go underground, you're not going to get straight copper. You're going to get the whatever that stuff is called. It's some yellow stuff that's underneath the ground that is actually the lesser form of copper, and then you have to smelt it together to make copper. The good thing about this game so far is that for one piece of copper, for one piece of the lesser form of copper that you get, like I just used the lesser form. Let me get the proper name over here. So what I'm making right now is aluminum, and that takes laterite. I don't know. I mean, forgive me for if I'm butchering that. I'm sorry, but yeah, laterite. And for copper, you need malachite. So, laterite. I want that right. If somebody would be so gracious enough to give me a breakdown of how you say that in the comments, please do so, because I need it. But yeah, anyway, one of the things that you're going to need first, you're going to need to make a smelter. The research, you're definitely going to need to make this. These require compound. That's it. You just need compound for this, and compound is literally everywhere on this planet. This is the first planet you start on, and you're going to need compound. So the smelter takes compound, the research center takes compound. Those are going to be the first two you need. Even though I know it says the printer, but the printer is very important. So these actually are going to be the first three things that you're going to need here. And then as you go, you'll get the vehicle bay and the trade center, and you'll get the fuel condenser, which is actually very nice, because instead of having to go out to hunt for your own fuel for that spaceship that's way somewhere, it's out here somewhere. I think my spaceship's over there. Now you have two different ships. You have a shuttle and you have a spaceship. Spaceship takes a shitload of fuel, but this thing literally condenses the fuel for you. Now, why is this such a convenience? Because you have to actually go out and hunt your own fuel, and your own fuel is down in the caves down here. So, good luck with that. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do was, I think I need compound. Is it done? Yes, done. Now, here recently, during the update, when they did the update, they doubled this. You only had one row of power cells that you had to go through to condense some fuel. They doubled it. They added two, and I actually kind of like that. It makes the game a little harder. And another thing that I would like to see is material mixing. Like, you notice when I made the truck over here, it just required 4 pieces of aluminum. Well, I would like to see it require maybe 6 pieces of different material, maybe 2 pieces of aluminum, 4 pieces of copper, maybe 1 piece of compound, 1 piece of aluminum, 4 pieces of copper, you know, something like that. I would definitely love to see them implement something like that at some point. And I think that'll make the game a little bit more challenging, and it'll make the game a little bit more fun, because, you know, you're not just going out hunting for one thing. You're actually going out hunting for multiple things, because you know that you're going, you know, I'm babbling, but yeah, it makes the game a little bit more challenging that way if I do. Now, trust me, I'm not worried about giving away all my raw material, because I actually have a base on the planet Baron where you get most of this material right now. The game's still in early access, so anything goes right now. Right now, it's just fun. And another thing, I wish I can go. If there's a way for me to go back, because I recorded it in the archives, and I wish there was a way for me to go back to check that out. I'm gonna give me 8 pieces of compound. Yeah, there's Planet Baron. Now I have a base up there. Well, we'll go there later. But yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, this thing. When this thing takes off, you used to be able to snatch off whatever you want to snatch off. Like if you was trading like this piece of titanium, and you throw it on here, and then you was getting some compound back. And if you want to keep that titanium, you just snatch it off the thing before it takes off, and you still get your compound back. Now, I think I have a video in the archives, and I will post that if I do have it, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But I do believe I still have it. But it was the greatest thing in the world, because you could just rack up on material and lose nothing. They fixed that since then. Yeah, you don't have that anymore. They fixed that since then. So I'm just gonna stick that there for right now. And I need to make a seat for this truck. Solar panel storage, generator, habitat, seat. Okay, so anyway, another thing is basically like your survival guide. If you see my backpack, I have, of course, you know, you have your main battery pack and you have your main oxygen tank. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra oxygen tanks, and I have 1, 2 extra batteries. Don't worry so much about keeping these slots open for material. Here's the reason why. You don't keep these slots open because you will eventually gain so much material to the point to where you could just make everything. Like what I just did. After you do the research stuff so much, like if you're lucky enough to end up in an area like this where there's nothing but these little weird ass trees around, these little weird ass trees have fruit grown on them that you can pick off the tree, you can bring over to the research, and they'll give you like maybe a blueprint. It may give you a blueprint, or it may give you a piece of titanium, or it might give you a piece of lithium, or it may give you resin or whatever, whatever. One of the things that you can do with that, because there's not really too much you can do with lithium and titanium just yet. I mean, like, the only things that you honestly can do at this point right now is you can make a large battery with the lithium, or you can make a small battery with the lithium. Like this, you can make a small battery, this small battery, or with the titanium. The only thing that there's two things you can make with titanium. You can make these tanks here with titanium, or you can make this winch with titanium. But the thing with the titanium for the winch is, once you make one, just haul the thing wherever you need to go. It's literally what it's like. You just haul it wherever you need to go. So I am going to pull this truck out because I think there's stuff on this truck. I dug this hole a little while ago trying to get as much resin as I could, and there was a shitload of resin. Yeah, there was resin here and resin on this side here. It was a shitload of resin in there. And I wanted to, well, if I lose this truck, it defeats the purpose of me pulling the other one out, doesn't it? Turn around. And as of right now, there's not too many things in this game that can just kill you. There's not too much just yet in this game that can kill you. I mean, the only things that really can kill you at this point is the rock storms that comes through this planet, and I only see it on this planet. I haven't seen it in any other planets yet, so I'm not sure about that. I want this on the back, so grab this. Now, remember what I was talking about? Don't worry about the freeing up these slots on here. I mean, at one point, I've had the entire backpack full of oxygen tanks and batteries. And the reason why is because you have these things all over the place. These things are really they're cheap to make. I say cheap like it's currency, but it only requires 2 compounds to make these. And I've made tons of these things to fit on my trucks, spaceships, and everywhere. And whenever I go get some stuff, I may keep 1 or 2 slots open on this backpack, collect a bunch of stuff, and I just toss it on here, put it on the truck, and go. Now, for a lot of people that don't understand how the winch works, I'm getting ready to show you. It works just like a real life winch. You just take this part here, you drag it, and then you basically hook it up to whatever you need to hook it up to. So I'm gonna hook it up here to that, and that's on there. And I'm gonna dig a slight hole, very slightly, to kind of ease it out of there. And now what should happen is as I start driving, I should be able to pull the thing out. I think it's coming. No, it's not coming yet. Keep pulling. Oh, it snapped off. Okay. That's one of the problems. Now, this is one of the things that people are complaining about with this damn wrench. It snaps off really easily. So, yeah. I'm gonna need some power. Big batteries, they come in handy. I'm gonna explain that a little later. But from what you can see and what you can hear what's happening, you can kind of see the reason why these are so important. Alright. Try it again. It's a battery on this one. Sure the hell is. It's a battery on this one. I'll take that. I got tons of these at this point. Stick it over there for right now. I guess I need to make it just a little bit easier to get this out. Okay, so it's completely hanging now. Let's try it now. Let's see if I can pull it out. Okay, it snapped off again. Maybe, just maybe, if I use a crane, I can get it out. Maybe. Because the winch is just not doing it. I don't really think I can drive that out either. Let's try it. Come on. Come on. Come on, Chubster. Shit. Maybe. That might do it. I don't know. This thing's pretty strong. I mean, it'll pull it up. But the only problem is if one of these are turned over or flipped over in that hole, it'll drag me down. So it seems like that one's stuck down there. Is it stuck? It seems like it is. It seems like it's stuck. Okay, let's try it this time. Other than that, it may just not have the power to get it out. Just barely. Just barely. Just barely. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think I did it. It's out. So did I leave something on here? I feel like I did. No. Something on here? There's a seat on here. I guess to pull it forward and backwards, I guess is what I was doing. Huh. Well, that was a waste of time. Throw this back over here somewhere. You could be charging something. So anyway, these batteries are incredibly important. Here's the reason why they're so important. You only have a few ways to charge up these. Is that a rock storm? Oh shit! It's a rock storm. Is it coming over here? Yeah, it looks like it's gonna miss us. Nope, it's not gonna miss us. It's definitely gonna run right to us. Shit. Anyway, these batteries are important. And the reason why these batteries are so important is because they hold extra power for everything. Who doesn't like extra power? This truck only gives you so much power. I mean, don't let the extra power cells fool you. This thing actually runs out of power faster than a rover. It just has extra energy. Or maybe it just seems that way to me. But I'm telling you, this thing, it runs out of power quick. And it looked like it barely missed us. We were in it, but it looked like it barely missed us. Yeah, it's over there. It just barely missed us. Oh, yeah, another thing. Don't forget to connect your truck to your vehicle to your base to charge. Anyway, the batteries are literally the only way for you to store power at this point, which, I mean, it makes sense. It's a battery, you know. Okay. I don't know what that was about. But yeah. The battery, wow, I got a bunch of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batteries. Why do I need that much power? Okay, so anyway, the only ways to charge your base is by, so far, they might come up with something else. The solar panel, which is very efficient. You have the wind turbine, which is efficient at night when you don't have the solar power. And the generator, which is complete bullshit unless you really need this thing. Like, I made one, and it runs off of coal. Good luck finding coal on this planet. Most of the coal that you're going to find is on that barren planet that you saw earlier. This thing is good for barren because there's almost no wind. Now, solar panels will still work because actually solar power or coal power is actually the two best options you have on barren because there's literally constant sun because the planet's so small and that planet is full of coal. I don't know what it is, but that's what the devs decided to do. So I'm gonna put these on here and I'm gonna go to my spaceship. I also learned something that yes, the spaceship's bigger and it holds more fuel. And the shuttle's smaller and it holds less fuel. But I've been using the shuttle so far to travel from planet to planet. And eventually I got stuck. And I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. Because I why am I running out of fuel so fast? Do I need to build like a module for it to kind of save fuel? No. I was using the wrong damn thing. And I didn't realize it. So yeah, I'm sorry. But this spaceship really comes in handy because you can throw a lot of shit on there. Like if you're getting ready to make home somewhere else, you can throw a bunch of crap on there. Actually, the whole reason why I'm even here right now is to make a habitat because I don't have a habitat where I'm going right now. So I'm gonna make a habitat and I'm actually gonna show you guys how to use the habitat because some people were confused. or not necessarily confused, but some people were having issues getting their habitat to, I guess, the little button. There's a little button that pops up when you're trying to lay down a habitat, but it's not popping up for certain people. I'm not sure what's going on with that because it's popped up for me every single time. So I couldn't tell you. I don't. That's something that you have to talk to the devs about. I don't know if it's an Intel processor thing, cause I'm running on AMD. I'm team AMD. But get that. Get it. Yes. Okay, so let me run this to the ship. Run it to the ship, or you know what? Better yet, I'll just drive it to the damn ship. I got a vehicle to drive it on. Put that there. I don't need anything for storage so far. Let me disconnect this. So the ship is literally right there. I'm not going that far at all. I just don't feel like walking. But yeah, whenever you're ready to set home somewhere else, the spaceship will push out little links for you to build your base. Oh, there's some more compound right there. But the ship will push out these little links for you to build your base. But that's I already have one. Huh. Okay. And I have a spaceship full of shit. I'm already here. I'm not taking this thing back. So yeah. I wish there was a way I can take this truck with me. Now, if they do, now that would be a good idea for the devs. Hey, devs, listen. We need a way to make trucks, make rovers, and I'll put it on this spaceship and take it with us somewhere. That's what we need. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this guy up. I'm gonna take you to the planet Erit. That's where I want to go. Now, if you look at all the shit that I have a bunch of resin. I have a bunch of compound. I have even more resin. I got one piece of coal, just in case I decide to make a generator, and I have copper, and I have aluminum. You can't tell they're two different things, but I have them both. So, let's get ready to fly over there.